Before Lotso became a symbol of soft-spoken control, he was simply a toy, a gift placed into the arms of a young girl named Daisy. For a period that, to him, felt endless, he was held tightly, cherished in a way that made him certain of his reason for existing. Daisy's world was small, a bedroom, a backyard, occasional car trips, but Lotso was at its center. He had Big Baby, steady and quiet, and Chuckles, who never quite fit in. Together, they formed a family, not by choice, but by belonging. That was the understanding, the silent promise of toyhood. Give everything, and in return, be loved. Then came the summer day that shattered that promise. A car ride, a stop along the road, and the simple, devastating act of being left behind. For Lotso, the end didn't come when he was forgotten beside the roadside. It came during the long walk back. Driven by loyalty, convinced it was all a mistake, he pressed forward, step after step, until the pink on his nose wore off and the sweet strawberry scent that clung to him grew faint. When he finally reached the window of Daisy's room, he didn't see panic or grief. He saw a new bear, sitting where he once had. In that single moment, his entire sense of self unraveled. It wasn't an accident, it was a judgment. Love, he realized, wasn't a lasting bond. It was a deal, one that could be canceled without warning. From that wound emerged the quiet rule that would shape the rest of his life. If I'm not needed, I don't matter. So I must make myself essential. I must become the system through which every need flows. By the time we meet him at Sunnyside Daycare, that rule has become a regime. He doesn't just manage Sunnyside, he is Sunnyside. The strawberry smell that once meant comfort now lingers like a mark of authority. He controls the caterpillar room, where younger children break toys instead of playing with them. He controls the butterfly room, a reward dangled just out of reach. Every toy's fate passes through him. He isn't loved, he is depended on. And dependence, he's learned, is power you can't lose, because no one gives it away willingly. Notice how he moves, calm, deliberate. He doesn't shout threats, his presence is the threat. When Woody and the others arrive, he greets them warmly, offering a place within the order. But the kindness is a test. He watches to see if they recognize the chain of command. And when they resist, when Woody speaks of loyalty, of returning to a child, of purpose beyond survival, Lotso doesn't rage. His face grows still, certain, because Woody's belief is dangerous. If a toy can stay true to one child, then a child might stay true to one toy. And if that's possible, then Lotso's past, the loss of Daisy, isn't fate, it's just pain. And that thought is unbearable. So he breaks Woody not with force, but with the weight of his own hurt. He holds up the walkie-talkie, Woody's last link to Andy, and says,
"He don't want you no more." That's a lie.
He forces Woody to see the world as he does, hoping that if Woody accepts abandonment as truth, then his own suffering becomes universal, inevitable. Then he wasn't cast aside, he was the first to understand reality. This is where the story shifts. It's no longer about a daycare or a bear in charge. It's about the invisible structures we build to shield ourselves from wounds we can't name. You felt this too. The voice that says if you're useful enough, agreeable enough, indispensable enough, you'll be safe. It's the need to control everything because once, long ago, you couldn't control anything. It's the urge, in moments of fear, to dim someone else's hope. Not from malice, but because seeing their optimism makes your guardedness feel like weakness. Lotso's rule at Sunnyside isn't about dominance, it's about preventing loss before it happens. He creates a world where toys are sorted, assigned, and ultimately expendable. By making everyone replaceable, he ensures he'll never be the one replaced. He keeps Big Baby close, bound by conditional affection, using the memory of Daisy as leverage. Because Big Baby is a mirror of who Lotso once was, and he must keep that self near, but powerless. Then comes the incinerator. In the final seconds, as the claw lifts Big Baby and the others to safety, there's a breath where the old Lotso, the one who walked miles through rain, might have returned. He could have reached down. He could have chosen trust over control, but he doesn't. He watches them fall, because saving them would mean admitting his entire world. The system, the logic, the rule was built on denial. And the lie has become more vital than the truth. He walks away. And in that act, he fulfills the fate he wrote for himself years ago. He becomes truly alone, Not because Daisy left him, but because he chose a world where love is a risk, and in doing so, made himself incapable of holding it. This is the quiet tragedy of the strawberry-scented bear. He isn't a villain. He's a toy who was left in the rain and decided in that moment